Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I am going to share with you some of the most important lessons that I have learned reading this book written by Jay Shetty called Think Like a Monk. Jay Shetty is one of the most influential social media speakers, a podcast maker and a motivational speaker. You must have heard his enlightening speeches on Facebook, Instagram or in many other social media websites. I am a medical student and I rarely get enough time to read anything other than my textbooks. I somehow stumbled upon this book written by Jay Shetty called Think Like a Monk, and it has proved one of the most beneficial books in my life. And I am sure this is going to prove beneficial to each and every one of you, and through this video I would like to share these most important lessons. So stay tuned till the end of the video to get the best out of it. So let's get started. I feel that this book is not an option but a necessity in today's fast moving world where there is no control over what we are exposed to on our day-to-day basis. From morning till evening we are just going on and on doing stuffs, rarely contemplating about whether this process is going to give you some kind of meaning, involvement, service, purpose and peace. This book is a one-step solution to achieve peace of mind and positivity in our lives. At the start of the book, there is a very good sentence that caught my attention and I would like to quote it. Our culture and media feeds us images and concepts about who and what we should be while holding up models of accomplishment and success. Fame, money, glamour, sex, in the end, none of these things can satisfy us. We will simply seek more and more, a circuit that leads to frustration, disillusion, dissatisfaction, unhappiness and exhaustion. The first lesson that I would like to share with you is how we need to exercise control over our minds. There is a very good explanation about how to control the voices in our head. Our mind is never still. It always keeps chattering something always and every time. In the Upanishads, the working of the mind is compared to a chariot being driven by 5 horses. In this analogy, the chariot is the body, the horses are the 5 senses, the reins are the mind and the charioteer is the intellect. This description of how our mind works is explained very nicely in this book. Every morning when we get up, unless we have something productive to do or chase a goal, be it short-term or long-term goal, we are more prone to get conquered by our 5 senses and we keep pleasuring our senses, and this pleasure is unending and we get stuck in it. So, the solution lies in controlling our mind, essentially meaning control your intellect. You are the charioteer of your horses or 5 senses. If the horses or senses are in control, then your life is in control. The second lesson that I would like to share with you is about forgiveness. Think of a situation where you have had a fight with your friend's best friend or girlfriend. Now most of us in this situation either start feeling angry, bitter, repulsive and are filled with hatred against him or her, but we do know this will not only make things worse but also may end up in breaking of relationships. So what do we do in such situation? In a study published in 2011 where they put 68 married couples for a test, and after an initial argument their blood pressure was checked and the results that they got were very interesting. Those spouses who were able to forgive their husband or wife were seen to have a lower blood pressure compared to those who couldn't forgive and kept having bad thoughts about their spouses. So forgiveness brings peace to our mind. Forgiveness conserves energy. It is an important ingredient in keeping relationships alive for long term. Forgiveness eases stress because we no longer recycle the angry thoughts, both conscious and subconscious, that stressed us out in the first place. The next lesson that I would like to share with you guys is about the ego. Now before we start discussing about how it affects us, let me define it. To be said in simple sentences, it is a complex mix of who we are, who we want to be, and how we hope to be seen. We are a certain person at home alone, but we present the world with another version of ourselves. Our public persona is trying hard to be considerate, attentive, and generous. Our insecurities make us want to convince ourselves and everyone that we are special, so we contrive a dishonest version of ourselves in order to appear more knowledgeable, more accomplished, and more confident. This act of us makes us liars, and it masks our true nature from coming forth. It hides and suppresses our true potential. Ego creates false hierarchies and impairs our judgment. It is a double-edged sword and isolates us by thinking 1,000 times before we go and talk to somebody that we so dearly like to talk and learn from them. So, a lot has been written and explained deeply about such small things that can do a great change in our lives in this book. The next lesson that I would like to share with you guys is about gratitude. I know we don't have a lot of things at our disposal at present, and we are always hustling to achieve many things in our lives, but that shouldn't hinder us from appreciating what we already have and the things that we have already accomplished. Looking forward is good, but looking back and feeling grateful for what we have now that we didn't have back then is truly satisfying. Express your gratitude for what you are receiving through this world. Gratitude has been linked to better mental health, self-awareness, better relationships, and a sense of fulfillment. Through this book, the author advises us to keep a gratitude journal, and every day for 5 minutes before going to sleep, write down things that you are grateful for, and this will bring in a ton of positivity in our life. The last and most important lessons that I have learned is about trust. One of the most difficult things in each and every one of our lives is not achieving our goals, not getting financially stable, not making decent money, but living up to someone's trust on us. It is the most feeble things that once broken is cumbersome or almost impossible to gain it back. In this book, the author helps you understand the stages of trust, how to differentiate between loss of trust and misunderstandings, how to be more trustful in our relationships. So guys, I hope you must have found this video very helpful. If you have found this video to be helpful, please do share it and comment your opinions about the video and the book in the comment section. Thank you.